Okay, on today's episode of Fixin Mercedes, the AC on the SLK is not working. I was able to identify a leak on the evaporator, and I got a replacement. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get these replaced. First things we wanna do is try to remove this out of the way. This one should take 4 screws in here, but as you can see, this is broken, so there we go. That's under worse than what it was. So now that we have this out of the way, we're gonna remove the under tray. That's 4 8mm. Next step, we're gonna remove some of the coolant from the radiator, and for that we're gonna use the radiator tag. That's what I find it. Next, we'll remove these guys. I took one out. I'm gonna take the other one out. This pretty much is just wiggling in and out. Don't have too much time, but you're gonna find the plug for the radiator fan. We're gonna disconnect that guy. And the way this one goes, that's a right tab, I believe. Disconnect the hose, this hose that goes to the tank, and move it away. So I believe that the best way to get that done will be using this guy up. Then we're gonna get these tabs out of here, so our radiator will be loose. There we go. Just press to the front, grab it, pump off. The clamps in that direction, so guy holds in there. Driver, but get the job done. We'll disconnect the hose from the block. That should get us clearance now. So we got that. Get a sort of a U shape pick without getting into the rubber. Just try a little bit. Lose all that contact from years past. As you go around it, that's all loose, and now it should come out with a little tug. There we go. tension here. I don't think that's enough to get it damaged. We have high pressure cap and inlet and outlet underneath, so we're gonna have to get underneath to undo this from the existing so we can put it on this one. If you look at this guy, it seems a little crooked. Pretty sure then the fellas at UPS didn't right. It seems a little bit too small for a 10. I'm gonna try with a 10 first. And a 10 it is. This one can be accessed from the underneath. You won't be able to see it, but if you know what it is, you can feel it. It's fine. If I can get the fan removed, that should give us all the clearance that we need. So if we undo these two clips, now the fan assembly is loose. And comes off. Alright, perfect. We need to get this guy out. Now we got plenty of space to lift the radiator out of its location. Carefully push it back. Now we got enough clearance to get the evaporator over here. This is where the leak was. Really can't tell if this was an attempt to repair. That's what it looks like when it gets punctured, but some other things that we're gonna have to reuse are the rubber grommets. So let's see if we can put this guy in first, and then we'll work on the other little details. A little bit dried out, but what we got. Hopefully they fit fine. Yeah, they're okay. I don't know, maybe I should have done some oiling on them. What it is. Now we're gonna put these metal brackets. They go inside the grommets from the back to the front. pipes to the radiator. Once again, that's a 10mm. Yet another one that doesn't need a lot of tension, just enough to hold it in place. Now we have secure. Now we can put these clamps. This guy has the same system than the others, as these have circles. Then you just go and feed on those holes. Simple. Around the hoses. Get the clamps in. One clamp. Two clamps. Secure. Now we put the hoses back. This hose assembly, we're gonna just put that on there horizontally. Make sure you got your clamp in place. Fit this one as far in as you can. Secure the clamps as usual. Not really comfortable, especially when I go to school or work, or that's 6. You gotta put these holes on the clamp, and pretty much done. Believe it or not, these are in better shape. Look like much, but that was in there fine. And the other one seems then, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to at all. Yeah, that's in there. Mercedes coolants, of course. So these start bleeding. Most people will say you gotta vacuum these to put the fluid, blah 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 blah. I don't know. I don't think there is that much good water here. The other thing we need to do before we forget, and that's important, is connect your fan. Okay. So let's review. We got our fan connected. We got our hoses connected. We are filling up with water. We got our air con connected. We got our bracket connected. We got the 2 clamps for the radiator assembly, the 2 10mm bolts securing evaporator and radiator, fan assembly, radiator clamps. We should be car running, we're gonna go ahead and try to get some water in the system. For the last part, we're gonna need the car running, the AC at max, and that's pretty much it. Then we're gonna start. That's all right now, everything is running. First thing we're gonna do, I already put 2 cans of Freon. We need to put less than a can of oil. So we're just gonna put the oil now that we have some Freon on the system. You're gonna locate your low pressure port of the system. And I'm gonna inject some of the oil. So recommends to add 1 ounce per part replace. I'm pretty sure this car is been without AC for a while, so we're gonna probably put about half a can. The can is 3 ounces by the way. And that should do the trick. Have some oil left. Now we're gonna do the last can. This vehicle is supposed to take 30 ounces of Freon, 4 ounces of oil, but from what I understand, the oil doesn't fully evaporate with the Freon. When it comes to these, perhaps everybody has their own opinions. What I always seen done is upside down, so the gas pushes the liquid down. Check on the gauge, 2 small bursts, and keep going until AC is full or until system is full. If you only want to refill a little bit, you're gonna have to go a little bit more by the gauge. So maybe spending money on a refillable hose is a good idea. If you are going like you did on this one, a completely empty system, you're gonna try to go by the weight. Each can is 12 ounces. You are supposed to put 30 ounces on the system. I don't know how good an indicator that is, but every time we do a burst, the engine sounds vary a little bit. I believe that that's the compressor working, the engine put a little more effort to change the compressor. This is almost empty.